Etara is an open space museum of the Bulgarian crafts and traditions from the region of Gabrovo. The venue was a spontaneous stop from my summer vacation, which was ending with a business occasion. But as it turned out, I was shooting my whole vacation with a faulty camera, so I lost 8 films and a ton of memories. It was bad. The camera was not exposing anything above 1/60th of a second. But I had the video footage and I didn't want to throw it away. Therefore, on a later business trip, I decided to go back and reshoot with my trusty Voigtlander and use the footage from the first visit with the pictures from the second one. As it turned out, it was a risky move. The result is that you'll see differences in the light and some of the locations between the actual pictures and the footage of the process of taking them. But I really wanted to make this episode and to have it in my collection. All of those buildings are recreation of craft shops and social spaces. The museum represents the craftsmanship and the way of life from the 19th century. It's named Etara after the old name of the Etara river which passes through the town of Gabrovo. Through a system of small canals, the water is utilized to power different machinery used for the production of wool, to sharpen knives, to cut wood, and many other goods like, for example, washing clothes in a specialized device. The art section of the museum represents arts like pottery making, leather production, bakery and other stuff. You can have traditional coffee made on a hot sand and taste sweets from the Bulgarian tradition. The exposition shows the clothing and the way of life from that era, the devices to produce chariots and other everyday goods. I felt inspired and I wanted to capture everything. My choice of film was Kentmere 400 leftover, about 25 frames, and my first ever roll of Kodak Vision 3 500T, which I bought bulk rolled. That led to the choice to shoot the outdoors on the black and white and to use the tungsten primarily indoors because of the color temperature. Although I was already familiar with the place from my previous visit, I was in a bit of a hurry because this was just a stop in my journey and I had to get back on the road. Also, the light was changing and it was getting cloudy and I wanted to capture as much exterior as possible in order to match the light of the footage, which was shot on a beautiful sunny day. As you can see, I felt and I ended up with a lot of flat light on the exterior, but that's the risk that I took deciding not to reshoot the whole footage. Walking around that magnificent buildings, I started wondering, what's the point of me shooting this place? Documenting the presence of some material objects in the world, capturing the spirit of the past. But at the same time, I was so happy to be there with my camera, to measure the light, to transport the film. to push the button and just make a picture. Being present, accepting the fact that I cannot bring any value to that place with my pictures, but I was adding value to my life. Because when I'm looking at the pictures, I feel happy, remembering the feelings of anxiety and joy from pressing the button and hoping that everything will be just fine. Isn't that the most important thing? The fact that my photography was happening there is a moment of my history, and I'm happy that I have footage and pictures to bring me back to these emotions. And if in some degree I can bring to you just a piece of this excitement and emotions, that's more than I can ask for. That's what's pushing me forward to keep trying and shooting and create content just for the sake of creation. Thanks for watching.